Hi, this is Dr. Bharadwaz. I am CEO and Chief Doctor at Fidicus Homeopathy. Today we will discuss on the topic of migraine. Migraine is one of the commonest disease mostly among women. It affects women 2 to 3 times more than men. The ratio is 2 to 3 times. Basically, this is a disease of nervous system. We call them as primary headaches. There is no other reason. This is not secondary to any other disease. This is primary headache by itself. These occurs in episodes and these will be mostly recurring. There is nothing life threatening about this disease, but it will hamper your day to day activities, it will hamper your job, it will hamper your work life balance, especially if you are a household woman. There will be difficulties in household activities, and also most of the people cannot enjoy their leisure time or vacation because of this disease. You will have complete information about migraine, it will be the latest information, and it will give insights into homeopathic treatment, and you can completely get rid of this migraine once you watch that video and come to us for treatment. Coming to the symptoms and signs of migraine, it is very important for you to understand so that you can recognize this as early as possible. There are four phases in this disease. First phase is prodrome, second phase is aura phase, third phase is proper pain or headache phase, and fourth phase is postdromal phase. So we will understand phase by phase in a sequence. Most of the people will have all the phases, but some of the people will not have aura phase. Other than aura phase, other phases are present in some of the people. Coming to the prodromal phase, this is the first phase of the headache. It occurs around 2 hours to 2 days before the actual headache. So in this phase the patient's mood is altered, they may become more irritable, they are at a depressed state, they may be euphoric or elated phase, they may feel weakness or fatigue, they may crave for some of the foods, especially their neck muscles are stiff, they may have constipation or they may have loose motions. And the important thing here to recognize is they are sensitive to light, they are sensitive to any smell, strong smell, or they are sensitive to noise. It means they are not able to tolerate a small amount of light or light amount of smell or any small amount of noise they are not able to tolerate, so they become irritable with this smell, noise and light. After prodrome, next comes the aura phase. This is a special phase which is only seen in migraines. What happens here is there will be weird sensations, visual sensation, auditory sensation, gustatory sensation. There will be different types of sensation. We will look into it. First one, this happens 5 to 60 minutes before the start of the headache. See, they can be flickering in front of the eyes. There can be zigzag lines. These lines may be black and white or in color. There will be a central blurred vision part where but the periphery is okay, and there will be loss of certain part of the vision. So when you see something, certain part of the visual field is lost, and there can be delusions means you can see some things which are not actually in front of your eyes. Next, coming to auditory hallucinations, so you can hear the voice which is not there in the surrounding. And also your skin becomes sensitive, your shirt becomes painful, it may irritate the body, and also you can feel itching, tingling sensation around the skin. The third phase is pain phase. This is the actually where you feel headache. This headache is always associated with either nausea, means there will not be any vomiting, you will feel the sensation of vomiting, sometimes there will be vomiting. Photophobia means you are afraid of light, you are not able to tolerate a very minimum of amount of light, you would like to sit in a dark room, and you are also not able to tolerate any sounds, any small sounds you are not able to tolerate. The headache will be normally throbbing or pulsating type of headache. This headache, the location is very important. This can happen on one side or either left side or both side, or right side, or it can happen on both side or any part of the head or face. It may happen on the neck, it may happen on the back of the head, or the headache can be settled down on any of the eye or both of the eyes. So there is no particular pattern, but it can happen within all these patterns. Yeah, the next phase or fourth phase is post-dromal phase. This is the final phase of the headache. Normally what happens here is the pain is relieved, you feel depressed or exhausted or completely out of energy in this field, and you would like to lay down for the rest of the day. The investigations in migraine are not to diagnose for migraine but to rule out any other causes for headache. MRI is needed so that if there is any brain pathology that is leading to headaches can be ruled out. And also electroencephalogram or EEG is required to record abnormal activity of the brain so that if there is any other disease it can be find out early and can be get treated. It is very useful for you to know about the causes for the migraine. Mostly in 34 to 51% of the people it is genetic. If your first degree relatives have this disease, you are more prone to get some of the changes related to hormones. If there is a hormonal imbalance in your body, you are prone to get this migraine. Environmental changes or environmental influences like light, smell, or weather, noise, all these can influence or these will trigger migraine. Psychological states like emotional stress, depression, if you are in depression, or if you are anxious, or if you are diagnosed bipolar person, so you are more prone to get migraine. Certain diets such as taking chocolates, taking caffeine, taking alcohol and processed food, and also MSG, monosodium glutamate, which is used in Chinese foods, is also known to trigger migraine. Sleep disturbances and also sleep deprivation can cause migraines. And things related to physical activity, you are exercising more, over exercise, or you are under exercising, or if you are leading a sedentary life, or if you have excessive sexual activities, then you may be landing into migraines. Some medicines such as oral contraceptives which will alter the hormones, and also medicines related to blood pressure, diabetes are known to trigger migraine. Coming to the pathology of migraine, there is abnormal increase in the size of the cerebral arteries or cerebral veins. So what happens here is due to some chemical imbalances. At first, these cerebral veins or cerebral arteries will contract. Over a period of time, they will expand and they will produce headaches. And coming to the conventional treatment in the sense, if you are diagnosed with migraine, you'll go to a doctor nearby your home, or you go to a corporate hospital, or you go to a neurologist. The treatment given by these people is considered as a conventional treatment. There are a lot of disadvantages in this. They don't have any medicines to completely remove the tendency of the migraine, but they will just give the symptomatic treatment. By the time you take the medicines, it will be reduced. After that, it will start again. For example, if you have severe pain, they will give you the painkillers. Painkillers has lot of side effects. And if you have nausea or vomiting, they give anti-emetics just to suppress the nausea or vomiting. They cannot completely remove that tendency. Disease is a concomitant of other disease. For example, if you are depressed, so they will give antidepressants. If you are anxious, they will give tranquilizers and also antihypertensives. See, all these antidepressives, any psychiatry medicine within allopathy has lot of side effects. Better not to use them. So, because you have very good opportunity for clearing this completely or curing this completely from the roots without side effects in homeopathy. Coming to homeopathic treatment, there is a lot of success rate for homeopathic treatment in case of migraine. Migraine is one of the diseases where it can be easily cured with homeopathy. How we can cure with homeopathy is very interesting. We use a treatment called constitutional treatment. Constitutional treatment is a treatment in homeopathy where we consider your physical changes, physiological changes, and psychological changes. Coming to physical changes, so there will be enlargement of arteries or veins in your brain. That is considered a physical change. And what are the physiological changes? Physiological changes are there will be altered hormones in your body. There will be digestive problems or metabolism problems. These are all considered as physiological changes. And coming to psychological changes, in case of migraines, you may have anxiety, you may have depression, or any other psychological condition. What we do is we take all these symptoms and we give a medicine which is going to tackle all these symptoms at these three different planes, so that your disease is completely cured. Normally in most of the people it is completely cured, and in most of the cases it is prevented. It will not come again and again. In very few cases where there is cure is not possible, we can reduce the intensity of the symptoms and reduce the frequency of the symptoms. But in most of the cases we can completely cure it. Once we cure it, we can prevent it from further occurrence. So This is about the constitutional treatment. Apart from the constitutional treatment or along with the constitutional treatment, we will also give drugs based on the individual symptoms. For example, your headache is due to irritability, so we have separate medicines. If it is for depression, we have medicines. If you are in bipolar mood disorder, so we have separate medicines for it, based on your cravings, based on your muscle stiffness. If you have constipation or diarrhea or sensitivity to light, smell or noise, based on this the drugs may be different. And also, when there is flickering in front of the eyes, is it zigzag lines, or the lines are black and white, or the lines are colored, any part of the visual field is lost, or central part is lost? Do you have any visual delusions, thinking that uh, actually the thing is not in front of your eyes, but you think that it is present? So for each of these conditions, we have separate medicines. And also auditory hallucinations, if you are hearing something that is not in the surrounding, we have separate medicines for it. If your skin becomes sensitive, it becomes tingling, or it becomes sensitive when the cloth is touched to the skin, you feel more pain, we have separate medicines for it. And also in the pain phase, if it is associated with vomiting, or if it is associated with sensitivity to light, sensitivity to smell, so we have different medicines. And also based on the type of headache, is the headache a throbbing headache, or is it a pulsating headache? So depending on this, we also give additional medicines. And also based on the location, where is the headache located? Is it on left side, is it on right side, is it on face, is it settling on some of the eyes, or is it in the nape of the neck? Sometimes the pain radiates to neck. Based on the type of pain and the character of the pain, you may receive additional medicines as well. And also depending on the prodrome in this, once the pain is relieved, how are you feeling? Are you feeling depressed? Are you feeling exhausted? So based on this, we will give different medicines. Basically, this is the combination of constitutional treatment and also your individual symptoms, so that uh, your disease can be tackled from all the directions, and you have best cure with us with Fidicus homeopathy. Fidicus homeopathy can handle all your concerns or all your symptoms related to migraine. The migraine can be handled by us very effectively. Here you will not have any side effects in homeopathy. The reason is, there are two reasons for it. See, in allopathy or Ayurveda, the medicines is given in few milligrams or grams, but in homeopathy, the medicines are given in few picograms. Picograms is a very small quantity of medicine, so you will not have any side effects. And also, the second reason for not having the side effects is, homeopathy medicines are not crude. Basically, they are nanoparticles. They are prepared with the help of nanotechnology. There are two types of technology involved in it. One is trituration and one is succussion. With trituration, this active ingredient will get a ball of lactose around it, and with the succussion or froth flotation, and placing this medicine in a silicon container, there will be again a silicon coat around this particle. Basically, homeopathic medicine is an active ingredient in the center, surrounded by lactose molecules, on top of it coated with the silicon layer. So this is the nanoparticle. These nanoparticles, when deployed into homeopathic patients, they will go and hit the target. They will not go and work on any other part. If there is headache, only it will go to the certain parts of the body and they will act. There is no off targeting. That is the reason you will not have any side effects in homeopathy. So the medicine is going to work only in the place it should work. It is not going to go into some other place and work. That is the reason you will not have any side effects in homeopathy. Then coming to the efficacy of the medicine, so you can say that how can this small quantity of medicine be efficient? Because homeopathy medicines works on the principle of hormesis. The principle of hormesis says, any chemical or any substances in this world, in higher quantities, it will kill a biological activity. Take water. In higher quantities, even water can kill a human being. In medium quantities, like any other acids or something like that, it can inhibit a biological activity. It will not kill a person, but it will make the person disabled. And when given in a small quantity, even the snake venom can be used as a powerful medicine. So snake venom, as in the case of homeopathic nanoparticles, when given, it will trigger a biological activity that is called hormesis. In the same way, when we give the medicines for migraine, even though the medicines are in very small quantity, they will act very effectively to cure or palliate or to prevent your migraine. Finally, homeopathy is safe, homeopathy is effective, and homeopathy is affordable. Homeopathy is affordable because there are no patenting rights in homeopathy as in case of allopathy. So you take allopathy, what happens there is, if a pharma company invents a drug, so they are given exclusive rights for some period of time. Only they can make the drug and they can sell the drug for the amount, their desired amount. But in homeopathy, as there are no patenting rights, so anyone can prepare a homeopathic medicine, so that there is competition among homeopathic manufacturers and they cannot sell it for higher price. That's the reason homeopathy is very affordable in case of migraine. What are the precautions you have to take for migraine? First, you have to identify the trigger, what is causing the migraine, and you have to avoid that trigger going forward. And also, the important thing you have to remember is, these migraines are sometimes a concomitant of major diseases. You have to go undergo through proper investigation, and you have to rule out if there are any serious conditions related to brain or psychological changes. What will be the prognosis? What happens if these migraines are not treated in time? Some mostly what happens is, over a period of time, even though it is inconvenience, they will decrease in frequency and intensity. What happens is, the quality of our life is decreased, and also the migraines sometimes have concomitant serious illnesses, so that you have to be very careful. You have to get treated as early as possible with homeopathy, so that your treatment is safe, effective, affordable, and also you can cure the disease, you can prevent the disease, and also you can palliate the disease. Coming to Fidicus Homeopathy, we are a chain of clinics owned and run by experienced, passionate doctors, knowledgeful doctors. So we have two types of consultation. One is online consultation and one is in-person consultation. When online, we can directly ship your medication to your home. Only aim of Fidicus Homeopathy is to cure, prevent, and palliate your disease through safe, effective, and affordable homeopathy. Make use of this opportunity. If you are suffering from migraine, there is a high chance that your migraine is completely cured with the help of homeopathy. Thank you.